Well, we got. Oh shit! We have to bring fucking Spencer up here.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
no. Yeah, we have a real treat in store tonight. By applause, how many of you have never heard of or know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons? By applause.
Sorry, wait.
No, either nobody's.
No, I heard silence and started laughing, but hold on. Then there was. Sorry, go ahead.
Anybody who knows nothing about Dungeons and Dragons? I'm one of those people.
All right.
So it's several, like 6 or 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And,
but I was just laughing because I'm just very proud of my audience.
No.
Like, yes.
We are indeed in the back room of a comic book store right now.
Yeah.
And 3 Harmontowns ago, Dan brought up the idea of possibly having a dungeon master. So we could play Dungeons and Dragons, and there was a gentleman in our audience that night who could not have possibly known that we were going to talk about that, who shot his hand in the air. So then last week we brought him up again, and we came up with characters.
Jeff decided that he wanted to be a gnome barbarian.
Correct. I was trying to go out of character.
The audience picked the name of Quark.
Yeah, that hat kind of fell down around my ears, but I'm sticking with I'm Quark.
And you and your audience picked the name Sharpie Butts a lot for me.
We can change them. We can change those names.
I don't think that's good.
We shot from the hip.
That's not good storytelling when you go back and change. I mean,
look, would I be happier with a name that wasn't Quark? Yes, the answer is yes.
But more importantly, you picked a gnome barbarian and I picked a human magic user. I'm first edition Dungeons and Dragons, so Spencer had to email me subsequently and go, oh, by the way, it's not just magic user now. You have to pick between a wizard and a sorcerer. I picked wizard. Wizard is somebody who studies it. Adam, what are you doing?
I was mentioning how I wasn't going to correct you because in first edition gnomes can't be barbarians.
I think if Nike ever does give us any money, I want everyone in this audience to have a lavalier mic on. And the world's biggest soundboard.
Yeah. There definitely needs to be, just like roving drones that can just like mic people.
Someone from Nerd Mail, we need to area mic this audience more because there's too much good shit happening out there.
Adam, how could you not think I heard you? You're not watching Breaking Bad. I'm 2 feet from you. He's talking.
He was trying to help, Dan.
You're sticking up for just a fundamental vagrant.
Look, I don't know much about being a barbarian dwarf, but I'm pretty sure he would stand up for this guy.
All right. Well, now, obviously, since we're arguing about Dungeons and Dragons, which is ratings dynamite. Let's bring the star of this Walker, Texas Ranger show up. Spencer, come on up here.
How's it going?
Thank you for coming back, Spencer, and thank you in advance for the work you've done since Friday. Do we have to start with this? Did you hear what was going on down here? Have you met Adam, by the way?
Yeah. No, I haven't. What?
No,
Was that insincere to you? I'm genuinely enthused.
There's a huge. Is there a weird force field up here where everybody feels like people are coming after him?
No, there's just a lot of people coming after the people on stage. Spencer and I are good people and on the same side, right?
Yeah.
Forever.
They broke the fourth wall good and early this night.
All right. But no, seriously, so Adam started immediately talking about some kind of... What? No.
I'll just hold it like that a little bit better. The wand of voice amplification.
Jeff just did a bit where he tried to raise the microphone to Spencer's level. Spencer's 6'4". I'm tired.
You're taller than that. How tall are you?
We're going with 6'4", I think.
You tell me, bro.
I stopped measuring myself.
There is a huge insecurity thing going on with that microphone. There's a weird...
That's the most secure thing in the world. Fuck rulers.
All right.
I'm tall. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, at a certain point you stop caring, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Just don't give me that look when you say it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. So what, for real, I just, because really, Adam, what were you saying? What was your thing about, what were you saying? Gnomes, barbarians, what were you saying?
I've seen, I'm sorry, I was touching the microphone, which you're now holding and dispensing. But in the first edition, I've seen your D&D rule books. I thought they're first edition, and gnomes can't be barbarians. But I thought, if I say that out loud, Dan's going to think I'm more Aspergian than I think he is am. See, that's one of the sentences that proves itself. So I was like, I'm just going to say that quietly to someone who might get it in context, and I still upset you, for which I apologize.
All right, okay, well, all right. I didn't understand. Did you? He was saying. Is there?
Yeah, he has a fair point. He was talking about first edition. Is that correct? Yeah, we're playing 3.5 edition, so it's not an issue. But yeah, he is right.
I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about.
Well, I don't either.
Let me just explain it for a long time.
Here we go. This is getting off on the right foot.
Let's call our edition 3.6, which means that if there's an infraction, you don't have to yell out. That's the difference between 3.5 and 3.6. All right. So if I say my wizard's wearing a pointy hat, and you read in Elf magazine that he can't, just, don't run up on stage. It's getting scary in this place.
I'm doing great.
It's good. It's just like Fort Apache, the Bronx, or Assault on Precinct 17.
Yeah. Take it away, Spencer.
All right. Well, as we've mentioned, you've picked a gnome barbarian, Jeff.
Oh, Adam's already here. He's still. I'm a gnome barbarian.
All right.
Is that not good? Should I? Is that...
No, it's great. It's
okay.
fine.
I don't really know. Briefly explain to me what that means.
A gnome is about your gnome is about 3 foot 3 inches tall, and he angrily flies.
That's what she said. You don't. Sorry.
It's like a kickstand, I swear. And he flies angrily at people with a sword a full foot longer than he is.
No shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're back in business. Sorry, I'm 3'3". I got a 4'3" sword.
It's slanted.
That's what she said. Should I stop saying that's what she said? Is that going to happen a lot?
I think that happens 8 times per game in Dungeons and Dragons. So,
all right. Okay, so I fly angrily at people with a sword a foot longer than my body.
Yeah. All right. I wrote you a backstory. Do you want to hear your backstory?
Fucking yes.
All right. Well, let me just start it off. Quark stands tall for a gnome, a full 3 foot 3 inches. When he was growing up, he was picked on by the local hooligans who insulted his ragged clothes and admittedly lackluster mental faculties on a regular basis. That is until one day he snapped in a gnome-on-gnome scuffle, biting the ear off the ringleader of the local gang, the Cactus Bunch, after they had taken his prized bandana. It was his first taste of blood. It would not be his last.
all right, that's.
Look, I love that. I love that a lot. As much as I hate gnome-on-gnome violence, I still.
It's an epidemic.
When will it stop? But that's
hopefully at the Grammys.
I love that. But the thing is, as you said that, Spencer, I have a perfect visual image of who that character is.
All right, great. And so, yeah, he hits stuff with a sword. That's about it,
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
Yeah, no, he gets better.
Is there still, as of 3.5, is it just a list of like those attributes, like strength, intelligence, wisdom, all that stuff?
Yeah, there's the class features. Mostly it's attributes, feats, and skills. But yeah, there's some stuff.
I thought maybe you just read down Jeff's attributes, just the main ones. Just.
Oh, yeah, no problem. He's got a strength, 16.
Out of how many?
10 is considered average. Like 18 is like the pinnacle of human achievement.
So
like giant monsters. 16 is well above average. You'd be like a bodybuilder.
Thank you.
In the real world. Dexterity is 14, which is above average, but not like super amazing. Constitution is 17, which is really strong. That's he can take a beating and keep on eating. Also, he can drink people under the table.
Well, You got that right.
He's got a 12 intelligence, which is still kind of smart for someone who's a barbarian. But he's got 11 wisdom, which means he has no common sense. I gave him a 17 charisma because he's got a dashing smile and a winning sense of humor.
Aww.
That's not you. That's just the character.
Yeah, you're the boss, Spencer. Thank you very much.
All right, moving on to Sharpie Butts-a-Lot.
All right. Sharpie Butts-a-Lot is a tall, dark-haired wizard in what is unmistakably a periwinkle terry cloth bathrobe. Sharpie was born to a maiden doomed to life imprisonment in the High Tower of Penitence. Life was hard growing up in a prison, but he started to read and learn magic at a young age. He eventually cast Featherfall on himself and fell safely out of the tower and began adventuring.
Yeah. All right, first level. That's as far as your story goes.
Absolutely.
We just started.
Yeah, you start to build the legend now.
And believe me, the name Sharpie Butts-a-Lot will be feared throughout the realm. What about my attributes? What do I got here?
All right, you got a 9 strength, which is still decent for your average layperson.
I couldn't do a pull-up in grade school.
You might still be able to, yeah. 14 dexterity, which is the same as Jeff's.
What's his shoe tying ability?
That's he's got 3 ranks and shoe tying.
You guys. Don't team up with him, Spencer. Don't break my heart.
I can't help it.
I will never ask you to team up with me, but don't team up with him.
I'll try. 16 Constitution, which is still really strong. You can take some hits and drink a lot also.
You can take some hits and eat some shits. That's my first time, man. It's my first time.
He's so proud.
I'm just trying to have a good time over here. I'm a barbarian gnome.
So proud of
we have a weird sense of humor, man.
All right. You got a 15 wisdom, which means you're reasonably wise and you have a cool head on your shoulders. I missed 18 intelligence. Sorry about that. That's your main stat. You're really smart.
Yeah. Typecasting.
These were rolled randomly.
Oh, these are random rolls.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like I rolled them randomly and then assigned them to the stats that fit the classes. So he didn't have an 18 strength and not be able to cast any spells. Yeah.
Right.
That's normal. That's
just good dungeon master stuff.
Well, it's good character creation. Yeah, exactly. And 11 charisma, which is above average, but you're not going to be winning in a beauty contest.
You're no Bill Pullman.
I'll have to rely on my ability of storytelling to keep my woman at home.
Yeah, you got a crossbow and some spells. Like you can shrink people down and make things light up.
I can shoot a crossbow?
Yeah, you got a crossbow because sometimes you run out of spells and don't want to die.
Oh, that's nice. All right, well, is there anything else you need to add, Spencer? Do you want to talk about how we proceed now that we have our characters?
Yeah, I mean, basically...
Should we try to play a 15-minute adventure next Harmontown?
What do you say, audience? Yes.
Well, they're not going to boo. We'll find out whether it's a good idea or a bad one. But maybe we should.
No, I say we kick this off. Next time in town, we get Sharpie and Quark meet in the field of battle.
And so, what do you need to do that? Should we next time? Should we put a little table over there so that you have a place to roll dice?
Yeah,
and,
just roll dice and
maps and things.
I don't need that many maps, but yeah, dice.
All right. Okay. So we'll give. I think we give that a shot at the next Harmontown and see how it goes from there. All right. Thank you, Spencer.
Spencer, everybody.
That's some. That's a lot of work Spencer's putting in for us. It's nice of him.
I think we got the right man for the job, though.
I think so.
He's lovable, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he approaches his job with sincerity.